Hello, welcome to the video. Today we are going to discuss probing questions and sales architecture so we can set this guest up for success and be able to follow that success all the way through. By the end of the video, we will learn why asking questions matters. We'll learn what probing questions to ask and how to use the knowledge that we gain to build a sale that no one can refuse. Let's get started. So, why is it so important to continue to ask questions? Why are we always talking about this? Well, the more we know about this guest, the better we can understand how we can support them. We'll be able to understand what the member needs from us. Do they need more community and support, or do they need to be pushed and elevated? The coach needs to know this from the very first class all the way through. And does the member want to gain wellness, lose weight, gain strength? That's another really important aspect that the coach needs to know and the member needs to articulate so they can set realistic goals. And then what solutions can we offer? What type of membership do they need to support their goal? And what types of classes do they need? All of this we can learn through asking questions and engaging and building rapport during the whole process. Let's keep it simple. We really only need 3 steps to make this happen and make it happen really well. So, first, we are going to learn together who our general member base is so that we have a goal for understanding a brand new guest that we haven't met. Then we are going to learn what probing questions we can ask using the first visit card so we can start using that card as a tool rather than a checklist. Lastly, based on our identification of this guest, we're going to learn how we can use sales architecture to offer the best solution that we have. And the best solution is always going to come from our full understanding of the guest's current situation. Okay, let's meet our general member base. And keep in mind as we meet these characters that when you work with a guest, your goal is ultimately going to be to figure out which of these characters is this guest. So let's meet Jess. Here's Jess. So Jess is a suburban woman, maybe age 35 and up, in a little bit of a higher income bracket. What does she need from us? She's looking for variety and balance. She doesn't want to get bored, and she also knows it's important to get strong, which is perfect because we have both strength and cardio, either in one class or in separate classes. And she's really looking for guidance and personalization, so our coach-led classes are going to be perfect for her. And how should she feel when she comes to us, when she leaves class? Jess wants to feel empowered and like she's achieving her goals. And she wants to feel confident and future focused. Ultimately, our Jesses are looking for guided empowerment. Okay, let's learn about Maya next. Here's Maya. Maya's a millennial woman. She's aged about 25 to 44, and she may live in the suburbs or more in the city. And what does she want from us? Maya is looking for trackable results and efficient workouts, which is perfect. Our performance monitors and our app is really going to give her what she needs. And our 60-minute workouts definitely will also give her what she needs. She's looking for quality facilities and engaging variety, which is perfect because our coach driven classes, all our specialty workouts, all our benchmarks, everything that we do is really going to be geared toward Maya. And how should Maya feel before and after she comes for OTF? Definitely confident and accomplished, and she wants to feel on trend and future focused. Ultimately, Maya is looking for self-improvement. Our Mayas maybe already go to the gym and is looking to supplement, or is looking for a little something more intense than what she's already doing. Okay, we know our Jess and we know our Maya. So now keep in mind that when we use our first visit card, our goal at the end of the day is to figure out, is this person more of a Jess or is this person more of a Maya? Just identifying those character traits in someone is really going to help us determine what solution we can offer and help the coaches make sure that they have the best experience in class. So let's learn what probing questions we can ask using the first visit card. All right, let's talk about probing questions. When we say probing questions, what we mean is we want you to begin with a starter question and then ask one additional question to dig a little bit deeper into the guest's answer. That little bit deeper question is called a probing question. Our first visit card does a great job giving us all the starter questions we could need. Now, our job is to learn what are some great probing questions, maybe follow up questions that we can ask. So, we've listed those out for you, but let's take a look at a few. Let's start at the top. What is your current fitness routine? That's a great starter question. Perhaps a good probing question might be, how have your results been? Ultimately, that's what we're trying to understand. What's working well or what's not working well for this guest? Let's scoot down to the middle. What are your reasons for coming in today? Great starter question. Let's imagine someone says that they want to lose weight. That's great. Another probing question might be, how much are you hoping to lose? Or asking them within what time frame they're looking to see this loss. If you're not comfortable with either of those, you can ask them, is this for any special occasion? All right, let's scoot down almost to the end. To the question, how long have you been thinking about this change? Great starter question. And a great probing question after that is, how quickly do you want to start to see change? That really helps us and the coach understand how much Orange Theory they're going to need to move forward. So that's probing questions. You have a starter question. On the screen, our starter questions are in black, and then you have your probing question, and on the screen, those are in blue. Okay, we learned who Jess and Maya are. We learned exactly what we mean by probing questions, and we have a great tool that we can use through our first visit card. Now we need to understand how we can use sales architecture as a way to offer the best Orange Theory solution that we have. Let's talk about sales architecture. It's just a fancy way of saying that we present two options and then ask the guest which works best for you. So we are offering this or that. And when we offer two amazing things, the guest is going to have to say yes to something. So let's consider how this looks. Let's say the coach provides a Fitscription and a membership solution, but the member has some concerns about the cost. So our next step is to use sales architecture to offer the guest two solutions. It might sound something like this. Your premier membership will be $150 a month, or if we purchase today, we can get your performance monitor half off. So that's going to be a total of $200 today. That covers the first month and the performance monitor. Then moving forward, it will be $150 a month. Which option works best for you? That's a simple example of sales architecture. We offer them this or that, and then we assumed the sale. We assumed that they're going to choose one of those options. That's simply put how sales architecture works. Let's put it all together. So, when we are understanding our guest, we want to start that process during the very first interaction, and that is the booking call. So, make sure that you start going down that discovery journey and figuring out if your guest is a Jess or a Maya during the booking call. And you're going to do it by asking at least one additional question per section on that first visit card. And yes, break out that first visit card during the booking call. And when you have figured it out, If you think you know if it's a Jess or a Maya, write a J or an M on the first visit card along with all the notes that you've taken. Now let's talk about sales architecture and building the sale. So we know that we're going to get prepared. The coach is going to provide the Fitscription after class, but we can already get ready. We already know so much about this guest that we can start to create a this or that for our memberships and our promos. And then number two, we may not even have to do anything. After the coach prescribes the membership and asks to use the card on file, the guest might say, yes, that sounds fantastic. We think it sounds fantastic too. You can easily assume that sale by saying, great, let me process that membership and performance monitor for you, and then start down that path. Our next best is that the guest has a concern, they provide an objection. We're going to follow our same process. We're going to understand what that objection is and then provide the this or that solution that works best for them. Let's wrap up. We're going to discover if our guest is a Jess or a Maya because it helps us understand how we can best support our guests. Whether they join us or not, we want to understand what's going to be best for them. And that's going to start with the first visit card on the very first interaction during that booking call. Our goal is to ask at least one additional question per section. And if we start with a booking call and we go all the way through the intro process, that will be more than easy. And then we're going to use sales architecture as a way to help the guest say yes to something. Thanks for learning with us today.